Welcome everyone, this is EU4, Europa Universalis, and we're going to show you how to colonize. Alright, so first, getting started, you have your country, you get moving on it, and then once you have sent over a explorer or a conquistador into unexplored territory, it kind of looks like this, then you'll be able to find some terra incognita. Alright, so first off, all the new territories are covered in this cloud. Alright, so the Explorer and the Conquistador are actually unlocked. If you go into ideas, there is a diplomatic idea for exploration. Now this is going to give you, in your second option, the quest for the New World. It'll give you access to explorers and conquistadors. Explorers are for your boats, that way they can go into unexplored seas, and conquistadors is for approaching the land. Alright, so that's one way to do it, and that's how you get to colonize early. So when you would have a boat with an explorer on it, you just move into the unexplored territory, and then it would reveal it to you, and then you'd end up with things like this, where it's Turks and Calico Sea, and then you have Terra Incognita, and you can't land on that unless you have a conquistador leading your army. So you're going to want to have cogs or some kind of boats that are going to carry troops. Have your troop have a leader that is a conquistador, have your boat have an explorer. That will give you the equipment you need in order to colonize. It's not necessary, but that's how you get started with it. When I say not necessary, you can find territories through your allies or through your enemies. You'll have visibility to different parts of the New World revealed to you. So I've never explored this, and you can tell that when you look at the ideas. I've never picked up the exploration conquistador. This is all stuff I haven't gone through yet. Alright, so if I haven't gotten conquistadors, how did I land here? Well, because all this territory was revealed to me, I just left click on it, and then it says it's on colonized land, and then I can send a colonist to it. Alright, so what you're going to want, even though you don't have conquistadors and explorers, this territory has been revealed, what you want to do is send over a cog with some troops, because you're going to want to clear the land first. You can send a colonist there, but if they arrive and start building colony, you get attacked by savages, and they'll destroy your colony. They'll reduce the population and to the point where it gets to 0, and then it'll turn back to these greened out non-part of your nation. Alright, so what you want to do is, if I want to colonize this territory, I want to have troops there, and at least 2 units in the North and South America. You could probably get away with 1, but 2 is safe. And then if you're looking at areas like Africa, they tend to be a little bit more savage, so you want to have 4 troops there. Alright, so if I go ahead and unpause here, my colonist has just returned, so I can go ahead and just left click on the send option. Before doing that, I'll go ahead and pause it again. Yeah, the way that you get to the territory is you have to have a core within proximity. My current range that I can colonize is 450. I have a core right next to it, so this is going to be a give me, right? I can easily get there with my colonist. So cores would be anything like I've got all of Castile's territory, Spain, I've got most of Morocco's here in Africa. And I've got even some down here. Jolof had some territories, so I've taken that. So all that does is, once I've cored it out, it gives me access within 450 of the nearest core. So an example of an area I could not colonize would be the Californias. If I click on this and I go to hit the send button, it says this province is too far away. It tells me that it's 1247 distance from my nearest core, and I only have a range of 425. Alright, so I can't colonize here, but if that was my goal and I wanted to get to this territory, I'd need to have a jump off point. So I'd likely take something here in Mexico, which I can reach, and then I would colonize my way to the water on the west coast, and that would free me up to colonize areas in the Californias. So you kind of want to bunny hop your way over colonizing territories to get to where you want to be. Get that gold rush from the west coast there. Alright, so that is how you reach it. We talked about how you get your colonist. You can get your colonist through that one technology I showed you, exploration. You can also go through expansion ideas, both give you colonists. And then if you wanted to go like me, I actually didn't take any points in colonization. And I picked it up through just the normal technologies that you get here. That came through diplomacy, gave me a colonist. And you can see here that it tells me the global settlers increases by 10, 15, and 10 for levels 1, 3, and 10, and then 15 next level will give me another boost to my colonists, an extra 15, and that's, if you look at it, colonists per year. And there's also modifiers that will enhance it or reduce it as well. That's how fast you will colonize. And so what you want to do is keep your troops guarding the new colonies until they get 1,000 settlers. You can see the progress here. This is culture, settlers, spread. And if you keep a colonist assigned, they also get a bonus. And it's like usually like 20, 25 extra per year, and that's, I think every month it has a chance to fire, so it might turn out to be a little bit more than that too if you get lucky. Alright, so keep your colonies guarded, and that'll protect them against savages. You also have to protect them in times of war. Alright, so I actually picked up quite a few colonies here through war, and that's how I was able to get on the continent for the most part. I went to war with England. You can see poor little England over here, and then Portugal's in a worse state. And one of the things I like to do is let them keep at least one province on the water side, and then hopefully they'll still keep colonizing over in the west. And if they do, I can go to war with them and just take their colonies and let them keep their little provinces they've got here. That way you can expand through war. You just choose them as part of the war prizes, and when you get those colonies, make sure you change the religion. You might even want to either convert their culture from English, for example, to Castilian or Spanish. And another thing you could do is make the country that you're stealing from part of their culture, part of your accepted primary cultures of your nation. Alright, so just some tips there. Again, you can't reach the locations unless you daisy chain your way through. So you could say I went from Spain, I took from Portugal, I took these islands and cored them out. That gave me access to the west coast. I also went south and took territories here in Africa through war, and that will free me up to take the Ivory Coast and everything else that's not yet explored down here in Terra Incognita. Alright, so if you'd like to save your ideas for things that are not colonization related, it'll help you get stronger armies. For example, you can just take from your neighbors all the colonies that they are able to establish, and you can notice I got Norway that's building up here, so they might become another target of mine for growth. Well, hopefully that has been helpful to you guys. If you have any questions or if you'd like to see something else, leave it in the comments. I appreciate it, and I'll catch you next time.